Nigerians get compensation for bad fuel that damaged their engines? Well, the federal government of Nigeria says it will consider compensation for owners of cars damaged from the dirty petrol, which the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation imported into the country. President Buhari has also ordered a full investigation into the issue. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timi Silva, while briefing State House journalists after the virtual Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Buhari, said the president has approved investigations into the supply of the adulterated petrol to the country, which has given motorists serious concerns over the last few days. So, joining us to discuss further is Shakirat Adigun, who is an analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Good morning, Shakirat. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So, yes, we'll start with fuel matter so we get to the NIPC. What do you make of it as far as compensation? Well, they're considering compensation. Is that, I think, the practicality of that is?
Okay, so Timi Silva said that the government's actually considering giving compensation to the vehicles that were damaged due to the adulterated fuel. However, it's either way because as much as this is a good thing, this is the right thing to do, it's quite complicated.
Yeah?
Yes.
So, well, let's delve into the complexities. What makes it complicated?
Because every vehicle would have to be assessed on a case-by-case basis. And then once the assessment is actually going to be based on locations where the government has owned, or probably they're outsourcing locations by private partners to review these vehicles. So there are a lot of vehicles that need to be assessed. So it's going to be quite complicated if they go through with this process.
How long do you think that will take?
A very long time. Reason being that there are a lot of vehicles. Yeah, and then these vehicles, every vehicle from each state, from Lagos to the federal capital, other states that were affected by this adulterated fuel would have to be inspected and coordinated. And I feel like people are going to take advantage of this and be like, okay, even if their car is not damaged because of this fuel problem, they're going to take their car there. So the government would have to properly assess this and inspect these vehicles and be sure that this is the reason why they're bringing their vehicles there. And this is one of the complications that the government is trying to avoid corruption of, okay, people just saying that, oh, they're just going to bring their vehicles. Since the government is going to fix it, why not? Do you get?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, look, this has happened before, and people didn't get compensation last time. What other considerations are there? Okay,
so let's look at data issue now. We're not really sure of which petrol station, who bought which fuel from which petrol station. Usually, I'm sure we all experience this when we go to buy fuel at the gas station. How much when we pay with cash, they don't give us receipts. But if we pay with card, they give us a POS. But this POS doesn't really state the exact fuel we're buying this from. I think this will give the government an opportunity to, through the right authorities, to actually make sure that receipts are actually issued, and these receipts would have information about the petrol station, the branch, even the amount of liters,
but for cash, right? That's for the because I know, like you said, because it's the cash issue. Because I bought fuel on Sunday and I paid with the card. But if I paid with cash, though, I think that what point you're making is the cash purchase. I mean, I even understand that if you make it further, if you insist on getting a receipt, you can. But I think the point you're making is that it needs to be automatic. The moment, whether it's cash, whether it's a card, whatever it is, that receipts, that data telling you where, like all these people we're seeing on our video now that are buying it, where exactly. Okay, so look at this man, for instance, that's getting his jerry can filled up with diesel. That receipt issue, I think, is very pertinent. Well, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, there's this thing going on that people even using generators now. They are saying that the petrol has affected their generators.
Okay, the anecdotal evidence about
and if they're saying that the government is actually helping this, giving compensation to those that have the cars, they won't want to be left out. They want to say, so the government, there'll be a conflict. The government wants to leave them behind. Then we need to remember the cost. How much is this going to cost the government, especially for vehicles that is not the engines are beyond repair? They're going to have to replace these engines. How much are they going to put into this project or this process of compensating those that were affected by the fuel?
That's why they said they're considering. So it's not quite. So let's move to the NIPC, the Investment Promotion Commission. What do you make of that pledge of $23.3 billion that they've, I guess, said that it could be coming on its way to the country?
Well, I think it's encouraging, considering the fact that there's like a 39% increase compared to 2020's investment pledge, which was how much? $16.4 billion.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but then we still need to remember, there's this keynote, we need to remember that a pledge is still a pledge.
A pledge.
Until it's been put into action, it is not fulfilled yet. So let me give an example of the 2020, the $16.4 billion I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In the report, it says that the foreign direct investment inflow was just $2.4 billion.
For 2020, right?
Yes, which is just like 14% of this 16-point-something billion. So until they've actually used it and we've seen that they've utilized it, then we can say it's fulfilled. So let's just watch and wait and see. Do you get?
Minute ago, what needs to be done to make sure pledges turn into actual cash that flows into Nigeria?
We would need better roads, better transport systems like water, rail, all of that. We would need...
So infrastructure, essentially.
Yes, yes, so that Nigeria will be more attractive for people. We need to work on, have a single market-based exchange rate, like a fixed rate, so that there will be inflow. We need to reduce the red tape so that there will be free flow of capital within the country. We would also need to... power is very key.
Number one as far as infrastructure is concerned.
And then insecurity issue has to be addressed because like those foreign investors that are in our agricultural sector now, they would need to be encouraged in order to, so those are like...
Great stuff. Shakirat Adigun, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about what would need to happen for compensation if the government was to go that route for cars and small generators damaged by fuel, and the NNPC saying that we had $23.3 billion in pledges for investment in Nigeria. Thank you so much.